Thank you, Ailey. Well, it just had to be a high noon shootout. This is football at its most passionate. Still, always a rivalry unrivaled. Two teams, one dream, one city, one title. But who will be simply the best? Let's have a look at the men who matter. It's Philippe Clement's first home game against Celtic. Jack Butland has been outstanding. Dujon Sterling is at left back, as he was here in the September showdown. There's an old firm initiation for Mohamed Diamande and for Fabio Silva, while Scott Wright and Tom Lawrence start this derby for the first time. Cyril Dessers has 17 goals, it could have been so many more. 15-goal Abdallah Sima is on the bench, having returned from injury last week. Tom Campbell is also a sub, but Ridvan Yilmaz is out. Brendan Rodgers has only lost one of 15 Old Firm games. Joe Hart was at Birmingham with Jack Butland, they are friends. Greg Taylor spent 6 years in Rangers Academy before being released. Reo Hatate returned from injury last week. There's a first start in this derby for Tomoki Iwata. And a first taste of it for Nicholas Kuhn. Kyogo has scored 7 goals in his last 6 starts against Rangers. After 4 games out, Callum McGregor is only on the bench from where Adam Eder could make his derby debut. Paolo Bernardo scored a stunner in the New Year meeting. The highest scoring defender ever in British football has scored 4 goals in the last 5 league derbies. Kyogo failed to score in his first 4 Old Firms, but he's certainly made up for it since. Derby day is usually Kyogo day as well. Brendan Rodgers has been there, seen it, done it, and won it 12 times in 15 derbies. But Philippe Clement is really relishing a challenge like this. John Beaton is the referee, with Nick Walsh on VAR. Our best wishes to both of them. Celtic know how to win this derby. Rangers need to find that know-how, and they need to find it quick, Kenny.
Absolutely, you know, it's such a huge occasion today, so much on the line in relation to the title. It's what players can step up and potentially be the hero today.
No away fans again, that will change next season. But Celtic usually cope pretty well with these derbies. And Dyson Maeda, as he did last season, is straight into it in the opening seconds. A breathtaking start to a breathtaking derby, and the champions lead already at Ibrox.
Well, we said before the game this would be a key battle. Dyson Maeda against James Tavernier. This is the perfect start, isn't it, for Celtic? It really is. Just one long ball does for Rangers. Tavernier just dallies. And Maeda is onto him, and I think Tavernier it's just a tackle from Dyson Maeda, and it flies past Jack Butland, who has no chance. Casual from Tavernier, and Celtic in front.
It's just an incredible start, it really is. It's just a punt forward for Joe Hart, and you can see there's a bit of indecision between Goldson and Tavernier, as Butland maybe Tavernier thinks he should be there, but he just looks to clear it and deflects off Dyson Maeda, flies past Butland, 1-0.
Celtic, I was about to say they cope pretty well with these occasions. They scored after 21 seconds, which means that Chris Sutton is still the fastest ever Old Firm goal scorer, 19 seconds, although he lost the game here.
Well, a positive and a negative.
Every cloud, isn't it?
An extraordinary start at Ibrox. Ibrox is rather stunned by that, and Maida is on his way again. Taylor, Maida, Hatate, and that one is disappearing well wide.
Yep, had a run out last week, didn't he, Rio Hatate at Livingston. Really see how fit he is this afternoon. This is a totally different test.
Well, there's plenty of time for Rangers to put things right at least. But 50,000 of their fans appear shell-shocked. They need to get behind their team now after that incredible start. Lundström's cross. Sterling. Dyson might have scored after 5 minutes here last season when Alfredo Morelos gave the ball away. A bit quicker this time around. Here is Tavernier. And Maida now on defensive duty.
Yeah, Maida will have to do so much of that over the course of this game. That's why he's out there against Tavernier, trying to stop him being as effective as he normally is going forward.
Goldson first to that. Flicked on by Fabio Silva, but nobody ahead of him.
Yeah, you know what though, from Celtic's perspective, you look at their front line, there's not a lot of physicality. They're going to have to play out and be brave. I expect Rangers to be really ferocious with the press, Kenny, early on.
Yeah, well, that's something they need to get right, particularly now that they've conceded early. They need to be aggressive and get this crowd right back behind them.
Tom Lawrence is doing just that. He's won it back, he's won a free kick, and Rangers have a chance to respond.
Tom Lawrence saying to John Beaton, well, Liam Scales should have been booked for that. He's kept his cards in his pocket so far.
Yeah, I think it's a wise call this early in the game. You know, I don't think it was enough for a booking, but that was that pressure we're talking about, Chris. Getting high up, getting right in Celtic's face and not letting them a foothold and settling to play into the likes of Kyogo and Kuhn and Maeda.
Goldson having a word with Cyril Dessers. An opportunity presents itself to Rangers. Behind in 21 seconds. Aiming to go level after 5 minutes. Tavernier takes, but it's a routine catch for Joe Hart.
Expect better from Tavernier in that situation. Yeah, bang on the money.
Yeah, it's a dangerous situation potentially. He just got it a bit wrong. I just wonder how much the wind's going to be affecting these types of situations. You can see already the ball rolling out from Hatate's pass, and then just round the corner they're running all the way through, out for a goal kick.
Diomande now for Tavernier. Diomande, Lundström. Sterling at left back in the absence of Ridvan Yilmaz, and Borna Barisic is on the bench today, but he's been ill this week.
Rangers maybe lacking a bit of balance down this left-hand side. Silva and Sterling, two right-footers.
Don't want to worry Rangers fans too early with this one, but Celtic are unbeaten in their last 13 games when they've scored first at Ibrox, dating back to 2011.
Yeah, first goal always important in these games. I must say, I think Rangers have settled pretty well after probably been shell-shocked after that start. They've got their foot on the ball, they're probing without really creating too much.
Yes, they were wobbling for a moment, but they have recovered and regrouped. The team scoring first has only lost 5 of the last 102 league encounters between Rangers and Celtic. Sterling. Carter Vickers for Johnston. Here is Nicholas Kuhn. First Old Firm experience, and he's just come into his own in the last few games.
You know he likes to come inside on that left foot, and I'd like to see him run John Souttar down the line in that situation where the space was.
Brendan Rodgers with just one defeat in this fixture. Not even he could have envisaged a start quite like that, having seen just about everything that this occasion can bring. It's slack from Iwata, keeping his place with Callum McGregor only fit enough to make the bench.
There's no doubt Celtic are going to miss Callum McGregor, his efficiency in that position, quickness of pass.
Scales digging in, and Scott Wright left in a heap, still down right, and he appears to be in some agony.
Yeah, it was Liam Scales again, just backtracking. He did have a bit of a lunge into the tackle, but he clearly takes the ball. You know, there's no doubt about it. He maybe just catches Scott Wright on the follow through. Again, doesn't look much in it. Clean tackle there from Scales.
Scott Wright just about back on his feet. Callum McGregor had started the last 29 derbies. Sterling bumbled over by Carter Vickers. He just kicked the ball away there. And that looks like it's just going to be a warning, but could easily have been a yellow.
Yep, it's daft from Cameron Carter Vickers. Most situations, you kick the ball away in games, you see a yellow card.
Dessers, lovely layoff here for Lawrence, and Fabio Silva almost.
Yeah, it's good link-up play there between the front three, Lawrence, Dessers and Silva getting beyond Dessers.
Fabio Silva has stayed down. Celtic in no mood. I think Joe Hart now will keep the ball so that John Beaton can check out Fabio Silva.
Yeah, I think some Rangers players appealing for a penalty there.
Tom Lawrence definitely was.
Slightly optimistic.
I think it was just outside the box as well.
Apart for both of those. Celtic won both previous derbies this season in the Premiership. They've only won the first three in a season twice, 40 years ago and 20 years ago. Could that 20-year cycle continue? Carter Vickers left that. Dessers isn't going to get there though.
Yeah, that's Rangers press, trying to make Joe Hart kick long because it will keep coming back. Goldson and Souttar and their physicality.
Lovely touch from Maida. Iwata trying to release Kyogo, who's charging down Jack Butland. So quick. Helped on by Sterling. On by Taylor. A typically frantic start on Derby Day in Glasgow, and a free kick for Fabio Silva. Cameron Carter Vickers, the offender.
Yeah, I think Carter Vickers, even this early, needs to just be careful a little bit. He might have one more foul on him before there's a yellow card shown.
Tavernier. Carter Vickers stopped that from reaching Dessers. It's come to Hatate, looking for Maida, who got his cross in early. It just veered away from Kyogo.
And that's that run from Daisen Maida. The pass perfect from Hatate, really was. Kyogo, he just made that movement a second before. And a great opportunity for Celtic.
Lundstrom hoisting it towards Fabio Silva. Alistair Johnston took a touch and cleared it.
Yeah, Alistair Johnston had to deal with that there. You can see the trouble of just a simple forward ball's causing in these blustery conditions.
Good job he didn't punch it out. Reo Hatate making just his third appearance since October.
Boy, have Celtic missed him this season.
He's already impacted this game, hasn't he? You can see the quality that he possesses.
Lawrence misjudging that, although it is rather breezy. Back by Diamande, who's settled in nicely at Rangers. Wayward from Suter, throw in for Greg Taylor. Taylor needs an option. Nothing materialised. Butland goes long towards Scott Wright, who after coming on as a sub in 9 Old Firm games, finally gets to start one. O'Reilly just catching Goldson.
Yeah, just slightly hesitant, Rangers. The back especially, Goldson and Suter taking too many touches.
I just think Celtic are getting a pressure at you, whether it be Hatate or O'Reilly, or bouncing out from midfield and getting pressure to Suter and getting pressure to Goldson, and it's led to a lot of back passes to Jack Butland in these difficult conditions that he's had to deal with.
Dessers and Carter Vickers both going for it. Fabio Silva, Johnston calmly away to Kuhn, who's put under pressure by Sterling.
He actually did well there, Nicholas Kuhn, under extreme pressure. We're going to find out about him this afternoon, aren't we? Recent performances have been good against Livingston and St Johnstone, but this is the big test.
Come on, get your laces sorted. O'Reilly, Lundstrom onto this. Iwata was there to meet the cross. Sterling having to fend off Kuhn, free kick anyway. Tom Lawrence can't find a way past Iwata.
Used his body well there. Iwata finding his feet in this game.
Yeah, you can see how important it is to attacking down that left-hand side. Greg Taylor, particularly Maeda, always looking to push Tavernier back across that side of the pitch.
Rangers have only managed 1 win in their last 9 encounters with Celtic, and that was after Celtic had won the league last season. O'Reilly, Kuhn.
Diamande, who got across well to make the block there. I'm surprised Sterling let him. On the inside there, on his left foot.
O'Reilly shows for Johnston. Fabio Silva helping out back there. Carter Vickers gets there ahead of Dessers.
Yeah, it's a good battle already, turning between Carter Vickers and Dessers. Just seen in that previous range attack, really two strong players. Dessers using his body really well. He caused a little bit of problem there.
Jack Butland once again saw Diogo closing him down. Too close for comfort.
Oh, we've had the goal.
Dessers almost got away from Carter Vickers there. Here's Lawrence, and he couldn't send it in Dessers' direction.
Yeah, Dessers does great. Again, it's that physical battle between Dessers and Carter Vickers that just leads to a half chance. That Tom Lawrence, a player, that's why he's in the team. He should be making that pass across to Dessers and giving him the chance to go and score.
Lundstrom. Over towards Sterling. Who played at left back when Celtic came here in September, played in midfield in the December derby. Maida taking on Tavernier again.
Does well to create the yard, but how many times have we seen that? Days and Maida in the Celtic jersey just lacks that final ball. Celtic very aggressive with their press. The opening 20 minutes causing Rangers problems.
They are, but it's opening so much space. If they can find a way just to find that pass through to Tom Lawrence, he's just off the back of the midfield there. But like you say, Celtic are getting it really aggressive and at this moment getting it right.
Sterling. His shirt clutched by Nicholas Kuhn, who receives the first yellow card of the contest.
Yeah, well, Nicholas Kuhn, little tug back on Sterling. I don't know whether John Beaton's talking about a collective amount of tackles, where I think he'd be slightly unfortunate. I can't remember him making too many more fouls.
Yeah, he definitely gave that signal when he was pointing over different areas of the pitch, but likewise I can't remember Kuhn making too many fouls.
Feel rather hard done by there.
Yeah, I think that's called a scattergun approach from John Beaton.
He must be counting a few Carter Vickers in there to the areas he was pointing.
There was a red card in the last derby to Leon Balogun. Amazingly, that was the first red card in 13 meetings between these two. Standards are slipping on that front.
Yeah, they're becoming tamer affairs now, here, aren't they?
Iwata. Lundstrom moves in. Iwata survives. O'Reilly. Greg Taylor. Maida. Maida still going. Done it from Diamande to win it back. Lundstrom the beneficiary. Scott Wright one side, Dessers through the middle, but he's not getting to that. Fabio Silva was the other side.
Yeah, and Carter Vickers used his body very well there just to block off the run of Dessers.
It's the pass also, it's a right-footed pass, it's always going to be moving away from the goal. It wasn't, for me, not the right option. Look for Silva, look for Wright, you were facing forward.
Hurdling, a couple of challenges there. Inside his own half there, but not for long. Golson. Scott Wright. Scales. Atate for Iwata.
Real interesting. Both teams are kind of trying to press the same way, with a midfielder popping out to the other centre-back. But what it's doing for Rangers, it's freeing Lawrence up. For Celtic, it's normally O'Reilly's finding himself in a higher up position just off the back of John Lundstrom.
One back by Diamande again, but Scott Wright unable to feed Dessers this time.
Just heavy with the pass. Vickers round.
Here is Wright. Rangers fans that he went backwards. But he'll be going forward now with a free kick. Tavernier over this, of course. His 35th Old Firm match. Fabio Silva looking to get to that. It gathers pace, but it will be a corner.
Well, it's a good run from Fabio Silva. It looked like it was running out on the move, and Johnston gets across. I feel this is an opportunity for Rangers.
You can see how windy it is with the corner flags, although not as windy as some places over the weekend. The corner flags were virtually touching the ground yesterday. Diamande sends it in. Goldson! What a big chance for an equaliser for Connor Goldson.
I do not know how he has missed this, Connor Goldson. You see, he gets the run on Carter Vickers, just peels in behind us off his shoulder, doesn't get a clean head on the ball. He's 3 yards out. If he does head that, Rangers to be level. That's a poor miss.
Yeah, he's got to score there. Great ball into Diamande, using that wind just to kind of guide it in there. And Goldson off the back of Carter Vickers just needs to make good contact.
Connor Goldson has scored 23 goals for Rangers, but he hasn't scored for over a year now. He probably should have done then. Lundstrom for Fabio Silva. Carter Vickers comes out. It's just away from Sterling, frustratingly for Rangers. O'Reilly. Kyogo. Hatate. Maida. This has been a familiar sight. James Tavernier trying to prevent the corner, and does so.
Well, Kyogo finding a few pockets in this game. The Rangers being so aggressive with their press in the midfield.
Johnston pops it back, and it found O'Reilly. Maida again! Big save from Botland. O'Reilly, Johnston, kept occupied by Fabio Silva. Kuhn. Hatate is alongside. Hatate given the chance to shoot, and that was rather close as well.
Well, you cannot give him time and space to get his head up. Great little shift. And I think he'll be disappointed he doesn't hit the target there. Jason Maida, that's a golden opportunity. It's quite a safe effort from him. Real lack of conviction. He's got to hit the far corner there. Inside the far post, Celtic should be further ahead.
Dessers. Diamande. Lawrence. Tom Lawrence. Blocked by Scales. Here's Lundstrom, who has been excellent for Philippe Clement. Sterling for Fabio Silva, grappling with Carter Vickers. Sterling slipped Taylor cleared. It's Dessers though, and Lawrence. And Diamande just clipping Hatate. Jack Butland didn't make the England squad last month, but he is being watched today by the England manager Gareth Southgate at Ibrox.
Yeah, I think he can count himself unlucky that he wasn't in that last squad. You know, he's done everything right that he could this year. He forced his way back in, but with Euros on the horizon, you just never know, he could get the nod.
He might not want many of those back passes coming in his direction though, anymore.
Definitely not in these conditions. You know, Kyogo is on him like a rash as soon as it goes back to him.
Away by Tavernier. Dessers held it up well. Diamande up in the air for Fabio Silva to show interest, but it was always going to be collected by Hart. Suter moves away from O'Reilly. Right. Another free kick. John Beaton's 6th Old Firm game. Tavernier. Butland seeks out Sterling, but it's off the head of Johnston. Overhead from Diamande.
Yeah, Philippe Clement's not happy about something there. I just think he wants Dessers to be in contention when that ball goes forward, rather than just being a spectator watching the game.
Well, I think Rangers at Ibrox are used to having control. First 30 minutes in this particular game, it's Celtic who seemingly have control. He's used to his teams dictating.
We're almost at the half-hour mark and Rangers haven't managed a shot on target yet. Liam Scales.
More or less a back three now. Celtic in possession. Greg Taylor into that inverted position. Poor pass from Scales though.
Maida. Tyson Maida leaves this for Kuhn. Oh, it's O'Reilly's header, and Jack Butland does what he's been doing all season. Magnificent.
And right on cue, Jack Butland steps up in front of the England manager and makes a huge save. Dyson Maeda again, pressing Tavernier, just dwelling on the ball, showing real good ability there. He just picked Kuhn out, and Matt O'Reilly, he does everything right. He just guides it into the top corner, and Jack Butland stretching, what a save.
O'Reilly's cross here, cleared by Suter. Brilliant from Butland, but how many times have we said that? Kuhn's cross though, he could be threatened again here. Scales trying to scramble that in, but Butland grabs a hold of it.
Well, it's keeping Rangers in it, isn't he? Just aware from the cross here of Liam Scales. I've got to say, the save from Matt O'Reilly though. Matt O'Reilly can do no more. He gets power, direction, the header.
There is a VAR check for a handball in the box amid that flurry of activity. Is it Connor Goldson?
Let's have a look. Position of the arm is out, away from his body. I wouldn't be surprised if John Beaton is sent to the screen here. I think that's a penalty, I do.
It will be, it'll be given. It's an outstretched elbow, like there's no doubt. Look, John Beaton will be on the way across to the monitor within the next 10 seconds.
Well, I think John Beaton may well be summoned to the monitor here by Nick Walsh.
He's probably thinking, please, please don't. But he's going to be on the way.
Here he goes. Both teams, incidentally, have had the same number of penalties in the Premiership this season, 13, but that might be about to change.
I think it's an easy decision for him. Does it have to be?
Celtic have had their issues with penalties this season. They have another one here, but they've missed 5 of their last 10. Adam Ida did score a couple and then miss one. He's on the bench.
Rangers can't have any complaints. We're not used to seeing them given. With Ibrox over the years. And Jack Butland is going to have to save the day again.
Well, they've had a few penalty takers who've tried and failed. In the absence of Ida at the moment, it's Matt O'Reilly who is stepping forward. And this is a major moment in this derby, in this title race. Jack Butland, who has excelled all season, needs to come up with another huge moment for Rangers, as Matt O'Reilly steadies himself. One huge kick in one huge game of football in Glasgow. It is O'Reilly! It is his first Old Firm goal! Celtic are 2-0 up, and Ibrox is officially silenced.
Well, how do you like them? I mean, blimey, what a nerve from Matt O'Reilly. Panenka. Jack Butland goes down early. I mean, that is courageous from Matt O'Reilly. Job done. Celtic, not a good record from penalties this season, but I tell you, you've got to have some balls to do that in this fixture.
It's an incredible penalty, it really is. Again, you even seen the way Jack Butland was lining up. He was showing him a bigger area of the goal. He was standing behind his line. It's just not affected Matt O'Reilly at all. He's just went straight up, dinked it straight down the middle, and gave his team a 2-0 lead.
Well, he's a cool guy, and he just showed it. Matt O'Reilly, the standout performer for Celtic this season, has doubled their lead at Ibrox. And yet again, Derby Day is swinging towards Celtic.
Yeah, it certainly is. Rangers have got it all to do now. 2-0 down, you know, after that start, to find ourselves 2-0 down just after 35 minutes, there's going to need to be a few changes, I think, from Philippe Clement at half-time.
And let's get it right, without Jack Butland, it would have been more than 2. Should have been more than 2.
Yeah, you're thinking of the Maeda opportunity, the O'Reilly header.
The O'Reilly header.
Celtic have certainly been unconvincing at times this season, yet in this fixture they are always so convincing. Taylor's cross, Suter had to put it away there, or he challenged Kyogo anyway. It was a goal kick.
He's got to score, hasn't he, Kyogo? It's some cross, brilliant link-up. That early ball gets there. He's got to go back across Jack Butland. Celtic should be out of sight.
Fabio Silva. Johnston got the ball, but Silva writhing in agony.
I'll tell you something, Celtic have been sensational in spells over this game. On the ball, see, off the ball, the intensity in which they're pressing Rangers has been absolutely outstanding.
There's a long way back for Rangers on their own patch, 2-0 down, and now Maeda. Tavernier sorted him out that time. Well, Philippe Clement might be in familiar company. Only one of the last 6 Rangers managers have won their first home game against Celtic, and that was Steven Gerrard. Rangers know they need to score the next goal in the derby. O'Reilly for Johnston. Kuhn looks like he's going to latch onto this. Kyogo waiting. Oh, and Butland got there at the second attempt, or maybe even the third.
Well, he did well eventually. It's a great ball and good run from Nicholas Kuhn. Early cross, and Kyogo, alert as ever, and grabs at the second attempt.
Tom Lawrence moving in. Kept it going, but Maida cleared. Scott Wright. Diomande.
Yep, Rangers are rattled at this moment. John Lundstrom again, it's so unlike him. Been superb under Philippe Clement over the last 5 months. Just kind of showing a lack of composure there, taking a touch back when he could go forward, and then just passing the ball out of the pitch when he's trying to find Sterling.
Got to say though, the Rangers' left-hand side said at the top of the game they lacked that balance without Barisic and his left foot. I know he's had illness this week.
Well, in an attacking sense, they've been non-existent, have you? I mean, Sterling's actually played Kuhn pretty well in relation to being aggressive defensively, but they've offered nothing going forward.
The big occasion has certainly fallen flat for Rangers, but Celtic have sparkled. Nobody challenging Scales as he brings it out, and that's annoying. I was going to say the majority inside Ibrox. It's everyone, of course, at the moment, with no away fans allowed until next season. Now, Fabio Silva has gone down again. Alistair Johnston was closest to him, and Nick Walsh on VAR having a look.
Well, I mean, this is... I've lost count how many times he's gone down in a heap.
The VAR...
He's like the boy who cries wolf, he is.
The VAR check is over.
Yeah, no surprise there.
Like, he's blocked his run, right? There's no doubt about it, and the free kick's been given, fair enough. But it's the rolling about on the ground, and then you're up and then you're down. Like, it's the amateur dramatics is what it is from Silva.
There's a yellow card for Alistair Johnston, though. Johnston and Kuhn booked. Suter for Sterling. Rangers need a big response before half-time. Suter, Lawrence, away by Scales and by Iwata.
Good feet from Iwata there, really good.
Lundstrom in the way. Diomande. Tavernier. O'Reilly, and here's Kyogo. It's Kyogo, blocked by Connor Goldson, but another scare for Rangers.
Do you know what there? I think Kyogo could compose himself. I think Celtic had a 3-on-1 there.
The Tatate absolutely broke his neck to get up there and support alongside Kyogo and Maeda.
Well, 3-on-2, I can't quite count.
Danger of a sloppy play from Rangers again in the middle of the pitch. Diomande kind of just hesitant. You know, you need to go to the ball in these games and take the game by the scruff of the neck. Don't wait for someone else to do it.
Lead from Dessers for Lawrence. Tavernier not quite upfield unusually, so they'll go down this side. O'Reilly's going to be shown a yellow card now as he left a bit on Diomande.
Celtic just need to keep the composure. I think that's their third yellow card. He goes to the ground, he does catch him.
Yep.
Well, if ever Rangers needed something from this. Tavernier towards Goldson, but it's cleared by Scales. Sterling. Dessers looking to get there. And Johnston puts it behind.
Yeah, he did the right thing, Alistair Johnston. Dessers has that physicality. He read the flight of the ball well. This will be loaded in on top of Joe Hart, I'm pretty sure about that.
John Suter won't be around for this corner. He's going to need that attended to. I think he might have collided with one of his teammates. Just in case anybody wondered. Tavernier takes the corner, and Joe Hart is certainly right on top of him. That.
Yeah, it was, again, similar to the one that Diamandi put in earlier for the Goldson chance. He's just using the wind to get it right on top of Joe Hart. To be honest, he deals it pretty well. 2 hands on it, fists it out for another corner.
John Suter caught by Connor Goldson's arm. Diamandi's corner. Celtic deal with it again. Carter Vickers, I think. Popped back by Tavernier, but it was drifting away from Lundstrom before he stumbled.
That's the only time they've looked like scoring, really, from the corners. The delivery has been good.
Yeah, not created enough from open play ranges. Again, they've not had enough territory or momentum within the game. You know, it has been quite a dominance half for Celtic.
Sterling. Probably should have made that bit of firmer contact there. With Kyogo lurking, but it did work out. It needs to work out for Rangers with Lawrence. Diamandi. Taken out by Maida, another free kick. Rangers in a hurry, no wonder. John Suter is getting a bandage around his head, so there's still a man down. Tavernier looking to run onto this. And Carter Vickers in charge and cool and calm.
Yeah, it was a get off from Carter Vickers, wasn't it?
Diamandi. Suter has returned, and he might be quickly into the action here, because here is Kyogo. Briefly held up by Goldson. Hatate! And that is going wide as he slipped.
Yeah, he slips getting the shot again. It's the one where he slips. It goes right foot off left foot again. It was never going to trouble Jack Butland with that. But Diamandi has been off the pace. You know, he's sloppy in possession. He's looking pretty leggy for me as well. Again, the occasion just seems to be getting the better of him.
There will be 2 additional minutes in this first half.
I think the guys in the studio before the game quite rightly talked about that midfield battle. In the first half, Celtic have dominated.
Fabio Silva. Carter Vickers stopped that reaching Dessers. Acrobatically so. Diamandi. Right. Scott Wright. Dessers. Fabio Silva. And Joe Hart saves. And he saves again. And that could be so telling unless Rangers can still make this happen.
It's a massive moment in the game. Huge save for Joe Hart. Fabio Silva looks like he's just going to slide it under him, but he just spreads himself. He makes himself so big. It's a big, big moment at the end of this first half.
Well, Kyogo scored 2 minutes into the first half. Additional period here back in September. And that was a huge opening for Rangers at a critical time. First half, as usual, has flown by, although it might not have felt that way if you're a Rangers fan. Telling contribution to the cause from Joe Hart at the end of the half. not going to get worse for Rangers, is it? Kuhn over towards Maida, steered away by Tavernier.
Yeah, this is a massive moment just before the interval. That chance, Silva's got to bury that, but Joe Hart really narrows the angle well there, Kenny, but Silva's got to find the far corner or lift it over Joe Hart. He has the time, but I've got to say, we talk about Butland's save, that's crucial from Celtic's perspective.
Well, ready is the word on the Rangers club crest, but quite simply, they haven't been ready for Celtic. Dyson Maida after 21 seconds in a flashback to a 5th-minute goal here last season, and Matt O'Reilly's nonchalant penalty. And at half-time in the big derby at Ibrox, it's Rangers 0, it's Celtic 2. Yeah, Scott Wright's first Old Firm start comes to an early end. Abdallah Sima on loan from Brighton has 15 goals. He made his return from injury as a sub against Hibs last week after 3 months out. And Rangers need someone to find a way to goal ASAP in this second half. Remarkably, 18 of Celtic's last 23 Premiership goals against Rangers have been scored in the first half. There's nothing quite like getting the job done early.
No, there's not, but Brendan Rodgers will know that his team, you just got to see this one through. The next goal, so crucial. I don't think any surprise that Philippe Clement has made a change. Maybe could have made more. Kenny?
Yeah, I thought he could have. You know, there's another few out there that are quite fortunate. They're probably going to get another 10-15 minutes to actually show that they're capable to maybe of improvement within this game.
Well, but for Butland, this game could have been out of sight for Rangers. Diomande has won it back. That's just drifted away from Fabio Silva.
From Rangers' perspective, it's about being braver in this second half. First half showed a bit of fear, really, where Celtic showed composure and bravery in their possession. Rangers anything but.
And also getting up and being more aggressive in the press. You could see Philippe Clement urging his team to get out and get up higher up the pitch in that first half.
Celtic well and truly on course to make it 3 wins in 3 Premiership derbies this season. Last time they managed 3 in a row was also under Brendan Rodgers in his first spell. Celtic have had 3 players booked. Kuhn here, Johnston there, and O'Reilly. Fine challenge from Sterling. O'Reilly has secured a corner off the bandaged Suter. This will be a concern for Rangers. Short corner was needs must because of the wind. O'Reilly. Hatate! It's well struck, but it's collected by Butland.
Yeah, clean from Butland. That was a decent strike from Hatate.
Lundstrom. Maida is Iwata. Maida.
Yeah, I think Maeda was trying to ride the contact. You could see Conor Goldson coming, and he was kind of waiting for a contact that never came there. I must say, I think Hatate has been absolutely superb in this game. His touches, his vision, just coming back after injury, he's been outstanding in the game.
Yeah, it's how long he lasts, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
Celtic midfield, just different dynamic when he plays. I know Mr. McGregor.
Lawrence looking for Dessers, but away by Carter Vickers. Sterling. Seema up against Greg Taylor. Rangers pinning their hopes on a big second half performance from Seema.
Yeah, I think it's important they don't expect too much from him in these types of situations.
Tavernier for Fabio Silva. Lundstrom, Diamande. Sterling, Fabio Silva, blocked by Johnston, and again. Lundstrom, Fabio Silva goes down again. He needs to stay on his feet.
Because unhappy about the challenge. I think it was from Tom Lawrence, wasn't it? There was too much in that. In fairness, what Celtic can't afford to do is lose him. He's colossal. He's so important to that Celtic backline. Organiser.
Back well by Lundstrom. Seema. Maida.
I think that's soft, that, you know. Diamande said he struggled. Gets away with that one.
Sterling. Fabio Silva. Oh, he's gone down. It's going to be a yellow card for taking a dive now, which kind of sums up his game.
Yeah, I mean, there's been an embarrassment. Chris Boyd touched on it at half-time. There's been an embarrassment throwing himself around all afternoon, and that's really good to see. I mean, that's called cheating. And John Beaton, quite right to give him the yellow card.
And you know, he's done it too many times, Chris. You know, this must have been the 4th or 5th time that he's thrown himself down on the ground. Again, there's very, very little contact, if any.
There is a VAR check, as there would be with any incident.
He's already on his way down.
Well,
this would be an embarrassment.
His right boot's across his knee, but he also touches the ball. He touches the ball, and it's, like you say, there's no doubt he's went down. It's not the contact that's led him to go down.
I mean, what's he doing?
Fabio Silva now has had a set to with Scales.
Fabio Silva, gold medal diver.
And this is the thing with VAR now. When you're checking these situations, I think we'll agree it's probably not a penalty, but they'll see Alistair Johnston's boot connecting with Fabio Silva's knee.
Well, it is going to be a monitor check for John Beaton, and this will be an interesting call, to say the very least.
This would be embarrassing if he awarded a penalty. He's already on his way down. You shouldn't be rewarded for cheating.
Does the fact that Alistair Johnston clips the ball with his boot, does that come into play?
There has to be sufficient contact, Kenny.
Well, this
is a clear and obvious error. Of course it isn't.
Communication continues between Nick Walsh on VAR and John Beaton.
The more you watch it, the more you see he's dived.
I think we know what's coming now. John Beaton. Penalty to Rangers.
Well, that's an embarrassing climb down from John Beaton. It really is. Dear me.
The yellow card has been wiped as well. And Rangers have an opportunity to fire themselves back in this game through their captain, the highest scoring defender in British football history, needs another big goal here for Rangers.
Well, listen, this is the opportunity the Rangers needed. You know, they've not created too much to get themselves back into the game, but they've been awarded a penalty. This gives James Tavernier the chance to get them right back in this game.
Joe Hart has saved a couple of Champions League penalties this season, but he's never saved a penalty in the Scottish Premiership. This would be a good time to start for Hart. Second penalty at that end. Another mighty kick in a mighty game. Here comes the Rangers captain. Tavernier with another perfect penalty to change the mood here. It's James Tavernier for Rangers. It's always James Tavernier for Rangers.
I'll tell you, you could have two Joe Harts in that goal and they're not saving this penalty. This is reversed with pace, right into the top corner, side net into Joe Hart's net. It's a fantastic penalty and just what this place needed now, and the roofs came off.
Some penalty that, under pressure, top corner.
James Tavernier's 124th goal for Rangers, the same now as Alfredo Morelos. 10 minutes into the second half, Rangers are back in the game, back in the Old Firm, through a familiar source, their captain.
How many times have we seen that? Big moments needed. James Tavernier is the man in this team that steps up.
Ibrox has finally come alive after Celtic totally bossed that first half. Celtic wanted a free kick there, Iwata, but here is Fabio Silva leading this charge, and Siva! Second go at it, Silva! And they put it in! Cyril Dessers! A remarkable recovery! Two quick goals, 2-2, and the Old Firm are serving up another absolute classic.
And it's they just do enough in the middle of the pitch, Tom Lawrence, just to win this ball here. Again, Iwata going down easily, and Silva just gets it and drives. 3 on 4, 4 on 3, and he just picks the right pass. I originally thought Seamer's got it all wrong, first time and second time, but when it drops, this Dessers at the second attempt, he just slams it in from 2 yards. What a turnaround in this game.
Yeah, I think Celtic will be unhappy that the foul wasn't awarded for Iwata. They felt he was brought down, and there's the scramble, and Dessers scores some scruffy goals, but that could be an important one.
Well, John Beaton is called to the monitor again to have a look at this, and they are going back to that challenge.
Well, this will be disallowed, I can tell you that now.
Well, that is the start of the attacking phase of play.
Yeah. Well, you can say there might be a slight touch on the ball, but he brings Iwata down, so there has to be consistency. There we go. That's ridiculous.
I think he has given the goal.
Yeah.
No, we got there in the end.
I think he got the wrong signal there. He's definitely pointed to the centre circle for me.
Well, it was close to the centre circle, but he certainly had a few confused there. And
well, he certainly had me confused.
It stays at 2-1 to Celtic. Sadly, there are objects being thrown into the Celtic dugout, which is a side of this fixture that we never want to see. It's still Rangers 1, Celtic 2. But Rangers have changed the scenario somewhat, having not had much of a look in the first half, in which Celtic performed so admirably. Sima, Diamande. Lundstrom.
Just a greater intensity from Rangers in this second half. They're not letting Celtic play and dictate and run that midfield area.
It's just amazing how much a goal can change the whole mood of a stadium, of a team. Like you say, there's far more belief and urgency about this Rangers team in this last 5 minutes or so.
Kuhn has pinched it off Sterling, though. And here's Goldson. Tavernier, Lundstrom, Sima. Here come Rangers again. Sima having a look. Dessers will retrieve this, and he will find Diamande. An hour played of this quiet little affair. Lundstrom, that's going to be a free kick for Matt O'Reilly.
Yeah, there's been a few soft ones given as well in the game.
I think he got away with that one. It just suits Celtic to slow things down, try and get a grip again.
Deckers towards Maida. Tavernier. It's careless from Iwata. Lawrence. Diamande hurt as he charged through there, but seems okay. It's a foul by Lawrence. Tate.
Just goes into the back of Hatate. From the Rangers' perspective, I think it's a good foul because Dazen made a forward run there.
Diamande just took a lot there as he charged through, and he's going to need treatment. Forgettable first half of Philippe Clement's Rangers, as Brendan Rodgers has a word with his captain Callum McGregor.
Yeah, and I think it's a bit of leadership out there now. And Callum McGregor on to try and settle things down and get a grip of the game again. It's just how fit is Callum McGregor. He's been out a while now. You can't be slightly off it in a game of this magnitude.
I also think it has the injury fully recovered. You know, he's got back again in remarkable time. I think that was in Brendan Rodgers' own words, that he's way ahead of schedule.
Diamande has returned. Tate, Taylor, Goldson, that's going to reach Dessers. Now Lundstrom. Here's Suter. This is some run from John Suter. He'll be out of position now, though, as Tate aims to release Maida, but Tavernier in control. Callum McGregor and Yang will be coming on for Celtic shortly. Sima, nobody in the boxes yet, but they're getting there. Sima finds his route blocked by Taylor, kept it alive though. Tom Lawrence releases it too high.
Got to say though, just looking at Celtic's midfield, looking awfully leggy. No, Tate looks like he's run his race. And O'Reilly there, the way Suter just went past him.
So Nicholas Kuhn and Reo Hatate will make way for Callum McGregor, who missed the last 4 matches and who wasn't rest from the start of this one. Hatate showing once again what a pivotal performer he is for Celtic. Yang, the South Korean winger, will come on for Nicholas Kuhn in his second Old Firm Yang. He came on here in September as well. It's Callum McGregor's Old Firm match number 37. He takes the armband back from Cameron Carter-Vickers. Rangers still have the likes of Cantwell and Matondo and McCausland to call upon from their bench.
It's really sloppy from Celtic there. And William Scales, poor first touch, and then with no option to try and clip the ball forward. It just gives the ball straight back to Rangers.
Seamer. He's tripped by Greg Taylor.
He's made a difference, hasn't he, Seamer? Taking the ball in and driven at Greg Taylor, caused him 1 or 2 problems.
And they're getting the ball out in front of him now. Now they've got a real pace in that forward line now for Rangers. It can be a threat.
James Tavernier making the signals, flicked on by Silva. Lundstrom trying to keep it alive. Sterling. It's going to go out for a goal kick.
Again, all the best from James Tavernier. He wants to get that ball in behind the Celtic back line and in front of Joe Hart and give his teammates the chance to go and attack it. He just found it a little bit behind all of his players.
Rangers really pushing Celtic back in this second half.
And that's what you were saying in the first half, Chris, when you're pressing on against them, they don't have that out ball. They don't have the longer option to get it up there for it to stick and then the support to come.
In that first half, Celtic playing out from the back, they beat the Rangers press. The second half, it's been the opposite.
Rangers last got something from 2-0 down against Celtic in the league in a rather famous game, or should I say infamous, in 1987. Goals from McCoist and Goff amid 3 red cards and a whole lot more besides. It is a free kick as Yang tries to protest his innocence. Todd Cantwell is about to join us, and he might not be alone on that front. Rabbi Matondo too. Adam Ida will be coming on for Celtic too. Tavernier. Lawrence looking to get there.
Do you know what? I just wonder, I may be wrong, this drifts into Joe Hart's territory, I think, and he retreats, and Celtic get away with it.
Yeah, I thought Tom Lawrence could have threw his cell at that for a header.
Kyogo's game is up. He won't be adding to his incredible scoring spree against Rangers of late. Adam Ida comes on for his first taste of this fixture, although he did play in the Norwich-Ipswich derby in December. From the Old Farm to the Old Firm for Adam Ida.
You're better than that. Adam Eder will offer that physicality. Celtic haven't been able to play through Rangers, so they can go long into Eder and changes for Rangers, Kenny.
Yeah, I think it's obvious ones as well. You know, Silva has not been great. Yeah, he got the penalty, but it was Tom Lawrence going off again. He normally plays around about the hour 70 minutes. So Todd Campbell got 20 minutes now, 20 odd minutes to really impact this game.
Todd Campbell did open the scoring when Rangers beat Celtic here at the end of last season. Celtic had already been crowned champions once more.
Easy one for Jack Butland. Dug that out. Okay in the end. Thanks very much.
Yeah, they've certainly tested on this game.
Goldson leaves that for Butland. Tavernier, clipped by Maida, and it's going to be a yellow card for Maida for getting in the way of that. Four yellow cards for Celtic. Tavernier. Sima isn't getting to that.
Yeah, it was important that Dazen Maida blocks that pass out to Tavernier because he's getting more joy in this second half. Stepping in.
Yeah, they're just a little bit off when it's coming across to this side again. He's not as close to Goldson or Diomande as what he was in the first half and get the pressure on him. It's just allowing them more time to get the ball out to Tavernier.
Gordon Ramsay, one of many eager to take this game in, a game that is being watched around the big wide world. Taylor. Here's Yang. Sterling. Won it back, too strong. Ravi Matondo came on and scored a stunner here against Hibs last weekend. O'Reilly.
He does really well there. Looks up for support from Eder, wasn't there. Wins the free kick.
Dessers just beaten to it by Carter Vickers as Celtic invite danger. Kept in by Sima.
Certainly a game of two halves.
Ah, one of those. Cantwell. Tavernier just hit his heels. He has it again though. Lundstrom. Sterling takes out Cantwell. Cantwell, Tavernier, just over the head of Dessers. Diomande sees off. Yeah, it looks like he has a head injury. And they will stop the game.
Yeah, he's got to stop that quicker, John Beaton. Yeah, as he can see clearly, it's a head injury. Can't allow play to go on. I mean, what does he need to see there, John Beaton? Sees this a clash of heads. That's poor.
There's Iwata, who's actually celebrating his birthday today. He'll be celebrating it a bit more if Celtic hold on here.
Celtic just cannot get out in this second half. It's Iwata's job to get on the ball.
Ida. Maida. Ida again. Yang is bursting into the box here if he can get there first. He was watched all the way.
Terrific from Ida. Really good. That's what he's there for. All in.
Sterling is still down, having made that crucial challenge. Back on his feet now, just about.
It was an incredible block for Sterling because he tracked Yang all the way. It just looked like Yang was going to stroke it home with his left foot, and Sterling got an incredible blocking.
Kieran Dowell is about to join us for Rangers. Free kick for Celtic.
Pop the ball off, and then as it goes wide, early cross. Sterling gets there. Looked like Yang had the run on him initially.
Sterling hurt in blocking a moment ago, and he might need to be checked out here. But Kieran Dowell is coming on for his second Old Firm experience. Came on as a sub in the December derby as well. This will be his first appearance for a few months. He certainly had his injury issues. Cantwell and McGregor have a few pleasant words.
I don't really think, I know Sterling's down injured, but it's not the break that Rangers would want. You know, they've been right in the ascendancy this second half. Been forcing Celtic into really mistakes that are very unusual to see Iwata and giving these types of ball away. Rash decisions as well from Scales and Carter Vickers at the back as well. This just gives the game a little chance to settle.
Yeah, Celtic not quite had that foothold. Can't get that foothold in the second half.
Borna Barisic is warming up just in case Dujon Sterling can't continue. So there will be a delay, which of course will add to the stoppage time. Sterling so versatile for Rangers, left back in this derby and in the September derby here, midfield in December when they met. Pops up on the right as an attacking force as well. It's Mohamed Diamande who will make way for Kieran Dowell.
Yeah, I think Diamande was far better in the second half. You know, he was getting on the ball more, he was getting attacks set up. First half they just looked like a bit off the pace, pretty sloppy, and a few turnovers as well. But again, second half was better, but he's a player that for me always looks a bit leggy as games go on.
Well, they're just going to give Sterling a minute or two to see if he can continue. Johnston. Dowell gets his first touch. Now he gets a second and third. Sterling's back on the field. Dowell taking Rangers forward and finding Seema. It didn't go out. Oh, he did go out. The flag's gone up late.
I tell you what, Dowell, I do like him. He's got an eye for a pass. He's not far off with that one. In fairness, it's really good defending from Greg Taylor, who spots the run. Good run from Seema. It just go out.
Goldson and Ida. Taylor in support. Maida. Goal kick. When they lost the December derby. Rangers were 8 points behind Celtic. They've taken 7 more points than them in 2024. McGregor shielding it. Adamida seen off Goldson, and there could be an opening here. O'Reilly and Yang and Maida in the box. Ida might go it alone. Looked like a foul on Goldson, was it? Seemingly not. Goldson stayed down. Rangers are bringing it away anyway with Dowell. Goldson back on his feet. Matondo for Cantwell. Matondo opening, blocked by Carter-Vickers.
That's a great block. Big player for Celtic, Cameron Carter-Vickers. I just wondered at the other end in whether Adamida took the right option there.
Yeah, he had a pass on, didn't he? When he cut inside, he could have just slid it square for Yang, who was standing at the back post all on his own.
I mean, it's okay driving yourself if you end up scoring. He did really well initially to get the touch around Connor Goldson. He has given Celtic that option, that outlet.
Yeah, and the game's becoming a little bit bigger now. Back to front, there's a lot more space in around that midfield area.
Celtic are about to bring on Paulo Bernardo, who had a big say in the New Year derby with that wonderful goal. Ten minutes to go, plus presumably a fair old chunk of stoppage time. Bernardo will replace Matt O'Reilly imminently. Suter. Tavernier. Change will happen now. Matt O'Reilly scoring his first Old Firm goal with a penalty straight down the middle. He's going to be replaced by Paulo Bernardo.
Fair play to Matt O'Reilly to have the cheek, the nerve to do it in a fixture of this magnitude.
O'Reilly with his 13th goal of the season. It could prove unlucky for Rangers if it stays this way, but Rangers are giving it their best shot to save their derby day. Lundstrom for Tavernier. Seema. McGregor in and about, but Seema hangs in there. Lundstrom caught by Maida.
I think he's taken a tumble there, John Lundstrom.
You know, listen, I think it's a clear free kick. Maida comes in, steps across. I mean, he knew what was coming. He knew what was coming, but it's a free kick, Chris.
It is a free kick for Rangers. The captain who converted the penalty looks to make it happen, but Lundstrom is way off, and there was a flag up anyway.
Yeah, it was a better ball in for Tavernier. John Lundstrom just went too early.
Would have been offside. On by Ida. Lundstrom with his knee means that Butland can claim it.
Did well there, Lundstrom. Innovation. I don't know why Yang isn't making a run though for that flick from Adamida.
Maida. McGregor. Scales keeping his eye on that. Bernardo. Suter. Matondo. You can feel the tension wrapped around this famous arena. Rangers pushing for an equaliser. Goldson, Tavernier, away from Maida, into Dessers, Dowell. Scales' clearance only went straight to Sterling, now Matondo. Good defending there by Scales.
Yeah, very good from Liam Scales there, dominant. Needed to be.
Suter sees off Ida. Goldson. That's the last thing Rangers needed.
Yeah, miscommunication, but Dazen Maida does ever so well. He blocks the line of the pass. He's been really watchful with that in the last 5 or 10 minutes because Tavernier has had greater joy in this second half.
Five minutes of the 90 left. Rangers have only had one shot on target in this second half, even though it's mostly been going their way, and that obviously was their penalty.
Yeah, I think that goes to say they've been pressing a lot, they've been in the ascendancy, but they've not created that opportunity as yet to get back into the game.
Bounced off Cantwell. Sterling's onto this. Given away by McGregor of all people. Matondo! And it's Seba! And it's in! Abdullah Seba! Rangers weren't about to go quietly. You just can't do that on a day like this. It's 2-2 in another compelling contest.
It's a terrible ball from Callum McGregor. It's cut out from Sterling. He drives forward, and as it sits for Seamer, he strikes it cleanly. It takes a wicked deflection, but it's that pass from Callum McGregor which does for Celtic. And Rangers are onto them. Matondo's shot blocked. And it's the deflection off McGregor as well.
You know, he gives it away. I think Yang was on his heels a little bit as well, right at the start of the move, but he's gave it away, Callum McGregor, the captain, and then it deflects off him. Game on.
Take what you can get in this fixture. Handy deflection after McGregor giving it away. Anyone for a winner, anyone? Talo Bernardo. Ida. Celtic could respond straight away. They have done. It's Adam Ida. This is extraordinary. No sooner than Rangers were level, Celtic hit the front again in an epic derby.
And it's a sensational pass for Paulo Bernardo. He just gets on the ball, there is a bit of break, Callum McGregor picks him out, he finds a bit of space on the left hand side, but he just waits for this, he waits for Adam Ida to make his move, but his feet for Adam Ida, Sterling does well to get back in, but he just rearranges his feet and shoots early under Jack Butland. It is a wonderful finish, Chris.
Yeah, it's a great quick shift, and it's the pace on the shot. Goes for power, that does for Butland. Goes through Sterling's legs. Great feet, you're right, wonderful pass.
It's how he readjusts his feet, isn't it? How quickly he adjusts his feet again as he felt the ball was just dropping behind him.
Oh, in this game is mental.
The twists and turns of an Old Firm game. 2 goals in the space of 71 seconds, and Rangers, who were jubilant moments ago, are fearing the worst again now. And listen to this, there's going to be 8 extra minutes.
So just when we're talking that Rangers have not created that chance to get the equaliser, but then you always say you're most vulnerable when you've just scored, and Celtic took full advantage of that moment.
What next? There still might be more to come from these two. Ida. Celtic subs have now contributed 20 goals in the Premiership this season. Strength in depth. Demita with 6 goals in 9 Premiership outings now for Celtic. There's Dessers though. Taylor's header has given Rangers another glimpse here. Seema, Cantwell, Tavernier, Cantwell. Bit of space looking for Dessers, away by Scales, and Rangers back at it, back on it. Cantwell.
That's just off from Celtic's perspective. Cantwell does well, rolls him. Just allows Rangers to throw another ball in.
Tavernier then. Will this be another big moment for Rangers? They need it to be. In by Tavernier. Attacked by Connor Goldson. And there's going to be a VAR check here, though I'm not sure what for.
Gets up well. Goldson. Come off, Liam Scales.
VAR check quickly over anyway, as 8 extra minutes is confirmed.
Yeah,
take a bit more than 8 at this rate.
Yeah, it was just a check there. I think Liam Scales does enough just to put Connor Goldson off. It just barges into him. He put him off as it looked like he was going to head towards goal.
Rangers, having controlled the first half, got themselves back to 2-2, but now looking to save the game again. That's awkward from Dower, to say the least. Yang. Rangers throw.
Yeah, that was a bit crazy for Kieran Dowell, taking a ball in for Tavernier and just whipping it right across his own box.
Celtic back on course to win the first 3 league derbies in the season for the first time since Martin O'Neill managed it 20 years ago. And the only other time it happened was 20 years before that, under Davy Hay. 20-year cycles and all that, unless Rangers have something to say yet, and they might do, the way this half has gone.
He's got to be cleaner there, John Lundstrom, with the ball.
Sterling, who has recovered from his injury. Matondo is chasing this with Johnston. It's not gone out, actually.
He does well, Johnston. Matondo's got to do better and get his body in. Johnson shouldn't be winning that.
Mentioned Davy Hay there alongside Tom Boyd. He did it in 83-84, won the first 3 league derbies. Martin O'Neill 20 years on, and Brendan Rodgers close to it. Brendan Rodgers has the highest win ratio of any Old Firm manager. But still time for Rangers. Cantwell. Now Dessers. Matondo. Cantwell. Trapped by Carter Vickers. Rangers desperate to keep this alive. Lundstrom. Matondo. Matondo! Oh, wow! That is stunning from Robbie Matondo! Top class! Top goal! It's 3-3 in a captivating contest, in a pulsating derby. You just can't beat the Old Firm, and this is why.
Well, what a ridiculous game, but this is brilliant from Matondo. I cannot believe, though, that Yang lets him on the inside on his right foot. We've seen him score these numerous times, but the finish is stunning. Sets it out into that far corner. Wonderful finish. Joe Hart, no chance. What else can this game give us?
Scored one exactly the same last week, coming on against Hibs, cutting inside on his right foot. This one is even better and more important.
Yeah, very similar to the goal he scored against Hibs. I mean, a few months ago those sort of shots were going a bit wayward and a bit wide, but they've been working on him in training. It paid off last week, and it paid off this week, and Brendan Rodgers, who's probably seen it all in this fixture, must be even baffled and bemused by this particular game. and there's still a few minutes to go. Maida sent it back and Suter intervenes. Still 4 minutes to go, in fact. Plenty of time for more goals.
There is. What else has this game got? But I cannot believe, from a defensive perspective, you know what Ravi Matonda's going to do, don't you?
Well, I think he's not the strongest on his left foot, I would say, so you would want to push him down the line, you know, but allowing him to come back inside and get a free shot off at goal, you know, really poor defending. Take nothing away for the finisher.
Sterling, Rangers looking for a winner. Matondo, who's brought them level, and spectacularly so. Lundstrom sends it all the way back to Butland. 5 minutes of the extra 8 down. It's the sort of afternoon when you wouldn't be surprised if there was a winning goal, and Celtic have a free kick as Bernardo's taken out.
You wouldn't be surprised if there's a winning goal, and then another goal, and then another one.
4-4, 5-4, or 4-3, or 3-4. Water over this free kick. Rangers are going to make a change amid all this, with Leon Balogun coming on, who was sent off in the December derby. I think we'll have to wait until after this. Has this game got anything more to give? Bernardo's free kick suggests not at the moment. Connor Goldson is going to come off, and Leon Balogun is going to come on.
Yeah, you can only think that Connor Goldson's got a knock, or he's felt something in this last few minutes. Otherwise, you wouldn't be taking him off at this stage of the game.
Two minutes to go, maybe a little bit more with the substitution. Flicked on by Seema. Dessers looking to sneak in. Carter Vickers has to send that away, and Rangers are really fencing it now.
Well, that's been a good tussle as well, hasn't it, Dessers and Carter Vickers?
Suter. It's going to be a Celtic throw. I'm not sure what Rangers were doing in the first half when Celtic were excellent and in firm control of the Old Firm, but it's been a very different story in this contrasting second half. Ibrox a little silent again as Taylor looks to pick out Maida, but that's not happening, and if there's going to be one final chance, it might come the way of the hosts.
There's a poor pass from Taylor. Yeah, this is about it now.
I think we're at the stage now where both teams would take a draw, Chris, yeah?
I'm not so sure.
Tavernier pops that back. Scales over Dessers. Cantwell. It's broken here for Dessers! Oh! That was so close to the winner from Cyril Dessers, and that would have topped off the afternoon.
I mean, I think it's a foul on Todd Cantwell there. He takes it early. There's a yard wide. Trying to catch Joe Hart out.
Yeah, listen, it was getting right at the last second here. Well worth taking a strike. Catches it okay, but just slices across it, goes past the post.
The game is almost over. What a shame. It is over. It is 3-3. The old game at two halves. Celtic bossed the first, but Philippe Clement's Rangers came out firing in the second half, and no wonder they're smiling. There's a bit of a set two going on here between Balogun. Cantwell and McGregor got involved, I think. and there's a rather unsavoury end to what has been a remarkable Old Firm classic. There's been a few classics over the years between these teams, but this is up there, this is right up there. Everyone's trying to calm the situation down. Good luck on a day like this and after a game like this.
Absolutely, what a game we've seen. Here's the coming together at the end. McGregor and Cantwell. Cantwell pushes out. I don't know why he does that. I mean, it's just daft from Todd Cantwell. Do your talking on the pitch, TikTok.
Kenny, how would you sum up that remarkable game?
It's been a sensational game, it really was. Celtic in full control. Truth be told, probably unfortunate, only going 2 up at half-time. But when Tavernier scores that penalty, it just changes the whole complexion of the game. Rangers are the team in the ascendancy. They get a goal chopped off for an equaliser through Dessos, and then they're just constantly pushing and pushing. You know, they get themselves back in it. Celtic strike back in immediately, and it's just, you know, a top game, 2 top teams, probably a fair result in the end.
An epic encounter that took our breath away from the very first second to the very last. Brendan Rodgers, Celtic in control at 2-0 up, but Rangers got it back to 2-2 before Celtic quickly struck just over a minute later to go 3-2 up, but Rabbi Matondo came on to have the last word and the last laugh. The players all say it, the managers all say it, the fans all say it. There really is nothing quite like the Old Firm. It ends at Ibrox. Rangers 3, Celtic 3.